Welcome back to Cape Chronicle. I'm Alix Gasser. Joining me now is Garner, Director of Housing Operations at CPSEMO. Welcome.
Oh, thank you. Appreciate it.
So tell me about housing operations and CPSEMO and...
Well, community partnership has been around for a little over 3 decades, and we have several different pillars of our organization, everything from housing to employment to children and families, and so my purview is primarily in the housing sector, but of course, what are households made of? Families. So obviously that kind of falls into where we're going with this conversation that we're going to have today. So
awesome. Yeah. So tell me more about that.
Okay. Well, I came to talk about a little bit about a program that we started a little over 3 or so years ago. It's called the Everyday Dads Program. And it's a program that's funded by the Department of Social Services. And what it is an opportunity for us to kind of help fathers become a little bit more engaged, more educated, and just more familiar with what parenting looks like. Because statistically speaking, according to the census of 2024, about 19 million children under the age of 18, that's 25% of children in the U.S., don't have a father present in their home.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, which is kind of staggering. And, recognizing that, we saw an opportunity to really speak to some of those fathers to kind of bring them more, because, as we all know, parenting does not come with like a manual.
No.
If it did, it would make things so much easier. But since it doesn't, it's not just a concentration on fathers that are absent, but also those fathers that are present in the home also. Sometimes we just need a little bit of knowledge about what that needs to look like and how we can apparently, deal with some of those situations, because, we're going through some very difficult times. Mm-hmm. And we have to acknowledge that. And so, fathers don't automatically just know what to do, just like mothers don't know what to do. So we have started a program that's called the Everyday Dads Program. It has a curriculum known as the 24/7 Dad, and it is a curriculum that's based on evidence. It really is. It shows you an opportunity to concentrate not just on parenting skills, but also employment, education, and also some family engagement. Because, it's so easy these days to just kind of put your child in front of like a tablet or on the phone and just kind of like let that do the talking and walking for you. But we know that there's more to that, because there's lots of challenges, not only here in our community as well, but nationwide, that we need to kind of educate folks about and say, hey, let's sit down and let's have a conversation. And even though we're having a conversation now, sometimes it's not quite that easy for a parent to have a conversation with their child, whether it be something positive or something negative.
So. Oh, yeah. So how do folks get involved in the program?
It's pretty simple, honestly. They can reach out to our agency, 573-651-3747, that's the Community Partnerships number. They can also email us at edd@cpsemo.org. Those classes currently are now going to be the first and third Tuesday of the month from 6 to 7. And we know that sometimes childcare is another huge issue for fathers to be present, mothers to be present, and we know it's also just an issue in general across the nation. But we also offer childcare there, so a parent can actually, come into these courses without necessarily having to worry about, okay, where's my kid, what are they doing, and kind of that distraction. So we offer that as well, so we can make sure a person is completely and totally engaged in what we're trying to learn together.
That's amazing. I know that's such a huge hurdle for so many families.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely.
Especially for if there's a single family. So is it one of those where it's like the class starts on a certain day and you have to follow along the class, or can they join it at any time?
We honestly engage folks. We really encourage folks to really engage at any moment. Anyone that's interested in that program, we're not going to say, hey, nope, you missed the first course, you missed the second course, so you can't join us. It's a journey, and it's a continuous journey that we're going to go together and learn. And, everybody, no matter if you start at the same time, you're not going to be at the same place at the same time. And that's kind of how we want to engage in that, because just come as you are, and hopefully we're going to make you leave a little bit differently and hopefully better. So, no, we would never turn away anyone that wanted to join at any point in this game, and we are actually going to work with them as well. There's incentives for going, because we live in an incentivized society. Yes. And let's just go ahead and admit it. And so we do offer incentives for folks that actually are participating in the programs, where they can purchase things as simple as like diapers, formula.
Oh, awesome.
And speaking with that, we know right now that folks can really need that help right now. Yep. So it's also just not just a part of just becoming educated, but also you can actually get some tangible things out of this process as well.
Awesome. So are there community partners that you're bringing into this as well?
Yeah, we do our best to try to, stay as engaged with community partners as we can. We have an interagency meeting that we have the third Friday of each month where, we definitely just put out the fillers. They can actually look at our website, and we do a pretty good job. There's improvement needed necessary to let folks know what we do with that program and that it actually exists. So that's always on a continually and rolling basis to make that happen. There are some court systems that, I guess, promote that parents become engaged in that. Department of Family Services is also another huge partner that actually can, gain some knowledge from some of this as well. Any of those participants, we just encourage folks that it doesn't matter. You don't have to be a part of a program. You don't have to be a part of a system. You can just be a community member that wants to just know better and do better, and we're here for it.
Is there an age limit for the kids in the household, or is it really for any parent?
It's really for any parent that really just has a genuine interest in just becoming a better parent. And I think to restrict that is really an injustice not only to us but also an injustice to the community. So.
Awesome. Absolutely. That's so wonderful. So do you mind repeating how folks get involved in the program?
Absolutely, yes. They can reach out to Community Partnership at 573-651-3747, or they can also email us at edd@cpsemo.org.
So let's dive a little bit more into some of the classes that what are some of the cool things that parents can look forward to when they're going to some of those classes?
Some of these things are hands-on, and that's what we like to encourage a lot of that as well. Because, even something as simple as learn how to change a diaper. You think it might come naturally, but some folks it may not. And just, as I said, just basically having a conversation and seeing what the structure of a conversation would be like. We try to make it engaging. We try to keep it entertaining. We pull in all the stops, honestly. There's no one specific thing that we do. It's not just all coursework, because who wants to do that? Who wants to just sit and look at films and read books and read materials? We bring speakers, and we also make sure that the children are part of the journey and part of the process as well. So we definitely try to make it active as well.
That's wonderful. It's so exciting. I wish I had littles so I could participate.
Be careful what you wish for. No, it is. It is a beautiful opportunity and just a blessing in itself. And as I said, we're just happy that we can be a part of the journey, and we encourage anyone that would be interested to join us. Absolutely.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much. And do you mind repeating when those classes are?
Yes, they're the first and third Tuesday of each month from 6 to 7 at 40 South Sprague Community Partnership, south of Southeast Missouri.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much again for joining us. Next, I'll be